Positive vibes. I wear the mask. Main concept, don't judge a book by its cover. Main goal, spreading the positivity any way possible. I want to welcome you to Positive Vibes Influence Podcast, PIP. This is the official intro for #PV Influence Wednesdays. I hope everyone is doing well. And I look forward to connecting and engaging with all of you. And we'll talk soon. Positive Vibes here. How's everyone doing? I wanted to introduce you to Mrs Positive Vibes, my better half.
Hey everyone, this is Mrs Positive Vibes here. There's not much to introduce about myself. Yeah, I go by Mrs Positive Vibes. I will have my station up soon.
That was Mrs Positive Vibes. Now she's my better half. To be honest, she's my everything. What is pretty much the difference that you've seen from 5 years until now?
When it comes to like positive vibes and you kind of like evolving, that's the right word, right? I think so. Well, you say it all the time as well, and I do agree that when you started Positive Vibes, it wasn't like that you were the most positive person right off the bat. Of course, it took you like many experiences and just like seeing different people, meeting different people, and listening to like people like Tony Robbins and stuff like that. You learn so many different things, and I definitely do see those changes, that how much of a more of a positive person you become. Not just like, it's not just all talks. I know on Anchor it's just like, of course it's audio, so you only like, get to see Positive Vibes talk, but I get to see it, like the way he lives. Just like literally when he says that he does not like any sort of like not so good times or like negativity, he shows it the way he lives.
Saturday night with Mr. and Mrs. Positive Vibes. Hey, Positive Vibes here. How is everyone doing? I want to welcome you to Positive Vibes Journey here on PVTV on IGTV. I want to jump on just to say a few words. Earlier, I shared the intro for #PV Influence Wednesdays, which I use for the podcast, Positive Vibes Influence Podcast, PIP. And I also shared the intro that I use on the Positive Vibes station. Podcast is Monday to Thursday, and then from Friday to Sunday, we have some different things there on the station. Anchor.fm, you could find it, the podcast, the station. You could find it on Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast. I believe there's a few of them, right? And they're just growing, right, on the different platforms it's on. But I also have the intro for Mr. and Mrs. Positive Vibes, one of my favorite times during the week. I have not done a new episode, but we've done a total of 11, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then, after this, I'll be sharing about, I think it's a couple of minutes, Mrs. Positive Vibes, first recording pretty much, right, sitting down with me. I believe it was December 2nd of 2017, so I'm looking forward to sharing that as well. Just her thoughts about Positive Vibes and Positive Vibes journey for sure. Again, 5.5 years plus that I've been on this journey of Positive Vibes. But main thing I want to jump on and just really say that Mrs PV is my everything. I love her. She's made me the person I am today. Helped me, of course. There's so many people involved in making me who I am. But I just had to jump on and say a few words that she's my everything. Seeing her grow into the woman that she is today. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Mrs PV. Thank you, Mrs Positive Vibes. You're my everything. I keep saying that, and I truly, truly mean it. I see what you're doing, your goals, your ambitions, your vision, and I'm just so thankful and grateful that we're along this journey together, right? And I knew Mrs PV used to listen to me because, of course, making the videos, talking, the getting on calls with people, the writing, all of that stuff, and posting on a daily basis. But to sit down with her on every Saturday, and like I said, we've done about 11 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, and just hearing her thoughts, her views, and really seeing that, hey, she has been listening to me, but also she's learned a lot, and how she relays her information. I've learned a lot. So I'm probably rambling a little bit, but again, it's all good. You get some rambling with positive vibes. So once again, though, I want to say thank you to Mrs PV. I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you for the love and support for one another, love and support for yourself. Keep your head up and keep moving forward, everyone. This was Positive Vibes Journey on PVTV, on IGTV. Today is June the 27th, 2018. Always remember, trust Mr. and Mrs. Positive Vibes.
What changes have you seen, I guess, overall? Like, whether it's in myself or with yourself or our surroundings, like, overall, what is pretty much the difference that you've seen from 5 years until now?
That's a really good question. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to looking at changes throughout these many years, but I won't make it too long. But yeah, I'm gonna start off by saying, when it comes to like positive vibes and you kind of like evolving, if that's the right word, right? I think so. Well, you say it all the time as well, and I do agree that when you started Positive Vibes, it wasn't like that you were the most positive person right off the bat. Of course, it took you like many experiences and just like seeing different people, meeting different people, and listening to like people like Tony Robbins and stuff like that. You learn so many different things, and I definitely do see those changes, that how much of a more of a positive person you've become. Not just like, it's not just all talks. I don't want to encourage just like, of course, audio, so you only like, get to see Positive Vibes talk, but I get to see it, like the way he lives. It's like literally when he says that he does not like any sort of like not so good times or like negativity, he shows it the way he lives. But whether it's with family, friends, he has like, he always like tries to stay away from any sort of like not so good situations. And with myself, I would say overall, of course, I'm kind of a different person. I'm a tough person when it comes to like learning new things and stuff like that. But it took me a bit of a longer time, but by him like telling me over and over again about positive things, positive thinking, has really helped me, even like in my job and the way I see life overall. It's, I would say, a lot more chilled now and a lot more positive. So even though there are things like negative situations, let's say at work come up, I'm just able to deal with it a lot better than as compared to like 7 years ago. So yeah, that's just like the gist of it. There's much more to talk about that we can maybe continue in the future. For now, yeah, that's all I have to say.